W3TV to KD8SLG. Nick, are you there?
W3TV, this is KD8SLG. Still setting things up here. What's up, Eddie?
I just thought I'd get in on my phone tonight with Echolink. That way I can actually type in the blue screen and realize that I'm on the phone instead of the Echolink on the computer. Anyway, back to you, Nick. I'll let you go ahead and get everything set up. Thanks for checking me in.
Roger, Roger. You're in there, Eddie. W3TV, it's KD8SLG. There. Okay, we got the real radio now and the headphones on. WB4AIZ, this is KD8SLG. Chuckles, I saw your message there. Are you still around for me to say hi to?
W8WKY.
Yeah, WB4AIZ. I was calling you while you were calling me. Yep. Just had a cold front come through. It's going to drop our temperatures a little, well, drastically, comparatively, WB4AIZ.
Well, last I looked, Chuck, we're dropping into the 20s here tonight, so it started already, and I can feel it in my shoulder. Okay, there we go. There's the phone. All right there, Chuck. I got you put in and out. Put an extra blanket on tonight, buddy, and stay warm. WB4AIZ, KD8SLG.
I already got 3 layers. So, anyways, comes with a side of eggs. Haha. Layers and chickens. WB4AIZ clear.
All right, Chuck, just to let you know, I won't be using that one. Take care of yourself, buddy. We'll talk to you next time. Going to clear with WB4AIZ. It's KD8SLG. I got a few more minutes before we start this thing up. Anybody else out there want to have a quick QSO? I'm listening.
Good evening, Nick. K0KDW.
K0KDW, KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Brad?
Oh, doing all right. Just waiting for everybody to get back from New Jersey, and hopefully we have some free time between now and the end of the month to get the Allstar and Echolink up and running, and some other tasks. Had a little bit of a scare last week on Thursday. I thought my repeater went down. Couldn't key it up or anything, and sent him a text. Of course, he's in New Jersey right now. Sent him a text, and he texted his wife, and she went in and checked it. And well, it turns out I guess one of their kids got in and hit the channel button and changed it to channel 2 on the repeater. So she went back in and changed it back to channel 1 and locked the office door on the way out. So shouldn't have that problem again. I was waiting to see if anybody else would come back to you first. Otherwise, I'll be standing by and plan on sticking around for the trivia. At least it's more fun and enjoyable than Trivial Pursuit. And again, my apologies about last week. So that was a my bad that I thought of as soon as I unkeyed. So we won't do that again. KA0 KDW.
Brad, no worries, man. And yeah, no worries. Yeah, they got to keep that door locked to keep the channels right. I did check in Thursday night, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. I had it on my list of things to do Thursday night. Did I check in Thursday night with you?
You sure did. I think you were the only 8 on there, if I remember right. I can let you know for sure later. It won't take me long to pull up. It's on Google Drive on my phone, so. But I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah, I'm sure I did too. So anyway, thanks for inviting me. Glad I got to stop in and say hi, and it's always fun to be the only 8 in the crowd. So there. All right, we're going to clear with KA0 KDW. Talk to you shortly there, Brad. Ray, I just saw you pop in the blue screen. I got you in your slot number 10, buddy. How's Ray tonight? K5CFY, KD, that's LG. Oh, Ray's repeater hasn't linked up yet, and he's not on his node. My bad. All right there, folks. We got about 4.5 minutes before the girl announces us. I'm going to go grab a soda and make room for more. I'll be back in time for the big show. Well, in time for the pre-show, actually. KD8SLG. Clear until net.
Real quickly there, Nick. You have an 8 and you were number 8. Coincidentally enough, I'm number 8 tonight as well. There you go. K0 KW will be standing by.
Kilo Charlie 3, Sierra Echo Golf, testing.
KC3SEG, this is KD8SLG. I heard you on my way back. You're making it in. It's a little noisy, though.
All right, thanks. This is KC3SEG. I just want to make sure my Echolink linked up. I'm not sorry, Echolink. I meant Allstar. My Allstar Clear Node hooked up or not?
You're making it just fine. I got some noise on it, and it's coming in on my end. It's not yours, so you sounded fine, Greg. All right, we've got about 45 seconds before the girl talks. KD8SLG, standing by.
KC3SEG, clear and standing by.
W8WKY.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There's my girl. QST, 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 calling all amateurs to the BeaconNet pre-show. Sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. On the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, 147 Mark 390, positive offset, and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We meet here every Wednesday and Sunday night. We play trivia, we have fun. This is the pre-show. So for the next half hour, I'll be taking check-ins and lining people up. And at the top of the hour, Dustin, KDPC, will take over and knock them down. So before we start lighting up the nighttime airwaves tonight, let's check in with the BeaconNet crew, make sure everybody's radios are working, see who's here and who isn't. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Dustin, are you there tonight?
KD8SLG and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is KD8EPC. Good evening, Nick. We are here. Proxy is sitting for the big show. Hopefully everything's sounding good, and you're sounding good on my end. With that, KD8EPC, back to pre-net control.
You marvelous, Dustin. Really good upgrade, man. All right. We'll do it all again tonight there, Dustin. We're going to clear KDPC. Let's see if Nick's out there with us tonight. Nick and Night, K8QKO, KD8SLG. Nothing heard from Nick. He may join us later, I'm sure. Let's check in with our trivia masters for this evening. W8HRF, KD8SLG. Are you there, Josh?
KD8SLG, W8HRF. Good evening, Nick. Good evening to everybody on the pre-show. Yes, sir, I'm here, breathing in the solder fumes, and got trivia ready to rock and roll. Talk to you in a bit. KD8SLG, W8HRF.
Hold on. What kind of fumes are you inhaling?
Just solder fumes. I am soldering right now. Trying to finish up this radio tonight, this 5-watt CW radio I've been working on the last year. Don't worry. I'm going to leave it at that. Back to you, Nick.
I'm not allowed to use power tools up to and including soldering irons. So you have fun with that. Let's say hi to Lucy. K8YUK, KD8SLG. Lucy, you there?
KD8 SLG. Oh, I forgot that the handheld makes my speaker hum. That's terrible. Anyway, yeah, I'm here, and I've got all trivia. That's about it. Back to you.
Awesome. Looking forward to it, Lucy. We're going to clear with KAYUK, and let's see if Eric's out there. KE8VZA, KD8SLG. Hey, Eric, you there?
KD8SLG, excuse me, KE8VZA here. I am ready and waiting, and I will be here for the net. Feeling a little sleepy, but we're going to tough it out. KE8VZA, back to net control.
Me too, man. Me too. Hey, you were on the food net tonight. Dan does a great job, doesn't he?
Roger, Roger. K8AGW does a very fine job there. It was a very enjoyable net. Always enjoy talking with him. KE8VZA, back to pre-net.
Pops is always fun. Let's give Nick another holler, see if he's out there. K8QKO, KD8SLG. Did you join us, Nick? All right, Nick must have something else going on. I just saw somebody else show up. I'm going to call for him real quick before we get this party started. I know he needs some sleep tonight before the big day tomorrow. AA8CS, KD8SLG. Gary, are you there?
I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere, so beware. AA8CS reporting for duty, sir.
All right. Well, apparently beer night went very well. How you doing, Gary? Any words of wisdom before we start this party tonight?
No, I have no words of wisdom, but I am definitely, I'd love to hang around tonight, but more than anything else, I picked up the apparel from the apparel place down in Hartsville, and so my wife and I are going through and sorting things and getting them packaged and organized so that we can hopefully have everything ready to deliver tomorrow night at the Christmas party. And I'm definitely looking forward to the Christmas party. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely looking forward to it. I missed it last year. Sad. Anyway, that's all I have. I probably won't be here, Nick, but if I am, I will pop back in. But I do have to get this stuff sorted out. All right, back to that. AA8CS.
Cool, Gary. All right, man. Well, we'll be there early to help get things together. And we did miss you last year. Me especially. Because, it's me. Gary, thanks for stopping by. I'm going to keep you on the list. We'll give you a holler later on just to see if you're still around. We're going to clear with AA8CS. All right, let's see. These are the people that I harvested before the net started. WB4AIZ, Chuck was in and out. K0KDW, Brad is in there. W3ETB, Eddie from Maryland's in there. K5CFY, Ray from Tulsa. K8MNT, Tom from Canton. He's in and out tonight. Thanks for stopping by, Tom. Talk to you in the morning, I'm sure. KC3SEG, Greg, I got you on the list. KJ5HYS, Ernesto out in Texas. I took the liberty of sticking you in there. And, of course, AA8CS. So, who else is out there tonight? We'll do 2 rounds of early check-ins here, then I'll work this list and see who's sticking around tonight. This is KD8SLG. I'm listening.
Kilo 4, Oscar Golf, in and out, making Christmas packages and watching Survivor.
Alpha Bravo Mike Oscar AB8MO.
WA8KOC.
Fred in Akron.
N5 LKR. N5 LKR. November 5 Lima Kilo Romeo. Ken. In and out.
All right, we picked up K4OG there, the original gangster, Mark. In and out. Thanks for stopping by, Mark. Good to hear you, man. See you tomorrow night. You can count on it. AB8MO, Andy's in there. WA8KOC, Fred, I got you on the list. And N5LKR, Ken out in Texas. I got you in and out as well. Thanks for stopping by, Kenny. Anybody else out there? It's KD8SLG. I'm listening.
W8WKY.
Whiskey to the Juliet Lima Sierra, John in Fairlawn.
Kilo Quebec 4.
Kilo Delta 8 Lima Sierra Echo, KD8 LSE. I'll be listening.
Holly Springs, Pennsylvania tonight. I'll be in and out. 73, everybody.
Okay. Let me grab it real quick. I got W2JLS, my brother from another mother. John, glad to have you on the board. KQ4IZV, I got you in there. I think you said you were in and out. And you doubled with somebody, and I got nothing from the other call. So whoever I missed there, if you come back with your call, please. Thank you.
Kilo Delta 8 Lima Sierra Echo, KD8 LSE. I'll be listening. Thank you.
KD8 LSE, I got you that time, Scott. And I'm going to keep the list. We'll give you a holler later. It's going to be fun. All right, one more, just in case there's somebody out there. This is KD8 SLG. I'm listening.
Kilo Charlie 0 Lima Romeo Mike, KC0 LRM Kelly in Tulsa.
All right, we picked up KC0LRM there. Kelly, good to have you on board. All right, let's go up to the top of the list and see who's sticking around tonight for the Beacon Net here on the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association's W8WKY repeater. K0KDW, KD8SLG. I know you told me, but I'm going to ask you anyway, Brad. Stick around tonight.
Yes, sir, I will be sticking around. And to answer your question from earlier, I know you walked away from the radio there, but you were number 8 last week on the net I did Thursday. So you have an 8, you're number 8, and tonight I'm the number 8. So there you go. A lot of 8s to go around. K0, KDW.
All right, Brad, 8's the magic number tonight, then. If there's an 8 in any of the trivia questions, that may be a clue. We're going to clear with K0KDW. Thanks for being here, Brad. Let's go to Maryland, talk to Eddie, W3ETB. This is KD8SLG. Eddie, are you sticking around for trivia tonight?
Yeah, hi, Nick. Again. Yeah, I'll be sticking around for trivia. And just wanted to give a shout out to Greg here in Florida with the Teddy. And I hope everything is nice down there, which is probably a lot warmer than it is up here. Anyway, I will be here.
Fine business, Eddie. Fine business. We're going to clear with W3ETB. Let's jump out to Tulsa and talk to Ray, K5CFY. Good evening, Ray. How you doing? Are you sticking around tonight?
K8SLG, K5CFY. Good evening to you there, Mr. Nick. Thanks for doing the pre-net there, and Thanks for Nick on the keyboard there for the pre-show, but I'm definitely going to hang around. Hope y'all have a great net. We'll be listening. Back to you there, Nick. K5 CFY.
All right, Ray, always a pleasure. We're going to clear with K5 CFY. Let's go to Florida, talk to Greg. KC3SEG, your clear node's working fine, Greg. How are you tonight? And are you going to stick around for trivia?
That's affirmative. We're going to stick around for trivia for sure. Sorry I missed you guys on Sunday. I was beat. I don't think I was on. That's how tired I was. But I wanted to get on tonight, and I wanted to say hello to Eddie out there up in Maryland, my old home state. I've seen you got a lot of rain up there today. Take care up there, Eddie. Back over to you. Net Control, this is KC3SEG.
KC3SEG, KDSLG, got you sticking around tonight, Greg. You give Teddy a little scratch behind the ears for me there, if you would, please. And it's been long enough now that I am starting to get annoyed with why my QRZ is not updating your proper address. So I'm going to warn that sometime this week, and hopefully next week it'll say you're in Florida, like it should. Good to talk to you, Greg. We're going to clear with KC3SEG. Let's go out to Texas. KJ5HYS, Ernesto. KD8SLG, how you doing tonight? And are you going to stick around for trivia?
Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, Nick. I'll probably stick around and listen to you guys and see what's going on. Just got nothing else to do, so yeah, I'll stick around.
Cool, cool. Good to have Texas represented in here tonight. We're going to clear with KJ5HYS. Gary, we already talked to. I'm not going to bother him again just yet. K4OG, Mark's wrapping my Christmas gift, I think. Thanks for stopping by, Mark. Going to clear with K4OG. Next up, we got Andy, AB8MO. What's the weather like up there in the land of maple syrup, Andy? Are you sticking around tonight?
KD8SLG from AB8MO. Well, just a light coating of snow on the ground, just enough to whiten everything back up again. That's about it. I don't think there's any impending lake effect snow squalls in the forecast, so hopefully driving down there is going to be okay. That was kind of a concern for a while. Of course, I panicked after I already paid for my dinner. I'm like, well, if it's going to snow like a foot, I'm going to be out $35. But hopefully that won't be the case. So planning to make it tomorrow, and yes, I'll stick around, I guess. Katie at SLG, AB in about back she comes.
AB8MO, Katie at SLG. Andy, I think it's just supposed to get stupid cold. I don't think there's supposed to be a whole lot of precipitation. My cars are covered, but that's about all that we got down here this far today. So I think we'll be fine. But you know, if you can't make it, I'll eat your share. How's that sound? AB8MO, KD8SLG. Glad you're sticking around tonight, Andy. Let's talk to Fred. WA8KOC. Fred, are you staying up with us tonight, or are you just here to get your parking ticket validated?
KD8SLG and the BeaconNet pre-show from WA8KOC, who is going to bail on you again. I'm kind of tired, and I want to make sure I'm all rested up for tomorrow. Here, the weather's not so lousy. A little bit of snowing, but nothing really sticking. And looking forward to our Christmas get-together tomorrow evening. Should be a blast. Other than that, not too much going on. Sorry, I'm going to miss the trivia. I'm sure it's going to be great. My best to all you guys. And, yeah, hopefully you'll have a good rest of the net. KD8SLG, WA8KOC saying 7-3 to you and everyone else.
WA8KOC, KD8SLG. Fred, thanks for stopping by. Consider your parking ticket validated. And we'll see you tomorrow night, buddy. Looking forward to it. Going to clear with WA8KOC. N5LKR was in and out. Thanks for stopping by, Ken. And next up, we got my brother from another mother, W2JLS, KD8SLG. How are you tonight, John? And are you sticking around tonight?
W8WKY.
Hey, Nick. Good evening on your ears, sir. I'm not sure that I'm going to be in there tonight. I'm going to be at the party tomorrow, but I've got maybe some couch tripping with the family tonight. So Erica will not be joining tomorrow. So I guess I'll save my energy for the radio fun tomorrow. I may or may not be lingering depending on circumstances here, but I'd leave me on the side, right? But yeah, good to hear the pre-net, and everybody have a wonderful net, and look forward to seeing some of you tomorrow at the Christmas party. W2, JLS, back to you, sir.
W2JLS, KD8SLG, I got you punched in and out tonight, John. Thanks for stopping by, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Maybe you can sit at my table. Maybe. It's going to be a lottery, I think. Thanks for stopping by, John. We're going to clear with W2JLS. This is the W8WKY repeater. You're listening to the BeaconNet pre-show. And next on the list, we got KQ4IZV, James in North Carolina. He said he was in and out, but I should see if he's still there. I'll say hi. James, how you doing tonight? KD8SLG to KQ4IZV.
KD8SLG, this is KQ4IZV. I am doing pretty good. Just kind of working on a few things here. There's a Christmas show coming up this weekend with some things, and I do like hobbies and crafts and stuff, so we're just trying to get stuff ready for the show. That's why I said I'd be monitoring, but I may not be here by the time it gets time to call me because I might be busy doing some stuff. But anyway, just keep me in for right now and give a call, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. It's KQ4IZV to KD8SLG.
All right, man. Cool. All right, and yeah, everybody seems to be working their Christmas stuff tonight. Not me, though. I'm just sitting doing it. The craft show. We're going to clear with KQ4IZV. Let's talk to Scott, KD8LSE. This is KD8SLG. Scott, how you doing tonight? And are you going to stick around for trivia?
Hey, good evening, Net Control. This is KD8LSC. Scott is here. I am going to try and stick around. I'm getting broken transmissions, so not sure I'm hearing everything that's happening, but I'm on Echolink tonight, so I will do what I can. So I will be around. KD8LSC, standing by.
All right, Scott, I see you're hooking up to Echo through K8KRG through the 700 machine. That one has really low audio for some reason. If you want to take your Echolink and direct it over to W8WKY-R, I think you're going to find you'll get a more solid signal from us, unless it's an Echolink. But if you give that a try, I think you might have better success using Echolink. That's W8WKY-R. We're going to clear with KD8LSE. Let's go out to Tulsa and talk to Kelly. KC0LRM, KD8SLG. Kelly, how you doing tonight? Are you sticking around?
KD8SLG, yeah, I'll try to stick around. I got to run the store here. You know, if I'm here, I'll be here. If I'm not, I'm not, because I'm kind of had that run for the last couple of days. I got to give me some more cough syrup and stuff. So I'll try to be here, but if I don't holler too many times. All right. Back to that. Everybody have a good evening.
All right, Kelly, when you get yourself feeling better, Dustin will give you a call later. He doesn't call very often, so no worries, man. No worries. We're going to clear with KC0LRM. And let's pick up Uncle Fred, K8QFT. This is KD8SLG. Uncle Fred, how you doing? And are you going to stick around tonight?
K8QFT here, Fred, in northern part of Medina City. Yes, I will hang around, and I will attempt to get some trivia, and that's all I have to say for now. K8QFT, back to prenet.
All right, Uncle Fred, I got you sticking around tonight. We're going to clear with KE8QFT. You got one more here on the list. KIAQ Taco Tim out in Tulsa. Taco Tim, how you doing tonight? You sticking around?
Good evening there, Nick. This is KIAQ. Yeah, I'm sticking around. I'll stick around as long as I can. And so far, I haven't seen trouble on the repeater, but then yet he's always stirring trouble, I think, inside an airplane. So that's where he's at. Back to net control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, Taco Tim. It's good to know somebody out there at American Airlines is working. That would be Alan. He usually sticks his head in at some point. I'll be watching for him. We're going to clear with KI5TAQ. He's the bottom of the list. I got about 4 minutes left before the net starts. Anybody else out there want to get on the early list? Give me a call. This is KD8SLG. I'm listening.
All right, Nick. Listen, KCFQV. Yeah, I know what you're going to say, so I don't got to say it. It's a net. KCFQV.
KB8LJ, in and out.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, portable. No traffic. Good evening, Nick.
All right, we picked up 3 there. KC8FQV. Mark, I got you in there. Yes, it's a net. Mark's here now. Then we got KB8LJ. Charles was in and out. Thanks, Chuck, for stopping by. Sounds like maybe you were activating beds on the air tonight. And we got WV3K Phil Portable. No traffic. Phil, if you're still there, how you doing, man? And say hi for a minute. What's going on?
Hi, Nick. I'm just resting. My asthma is kicking up, and I've been racing around a lot today and yesterday, so I'm just trying to get some rest. I've got a VA audio-video appointment on the phone with the VA tomorrow with dietary, and it's just been kind of keeping up with myself. Just came back from the psych department today, mental health with the VA, and that was a good appointment. Very, very good appointment. So anyway, with that, I'm going to go ahead and wish you all good night. Have a wonderful time at the party tomorrow, and God bless to everyone. And I hope everyone is in good health and enjoys each other's company. Sounds like it's going to be a fun time. KDS, so keep your net control. Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, and I'll be clear. Take care, Nick. It's good to hear your voice. You sound good.
WV3K KDSLG. Well, thank you very much, Phil. And you rest easy, my friend, as well as you can. And good luck with your appointment in the morning. Get some rest, my friend. We're going to clear WV3K. I've got a minute and a half before I hand this off to Dustin. Anybody else out there? KD8SLG, I'm listening.
W8WKY.
KC0CYY.
KF8CHB.
All right, I picked up two there, kind of. First one ending in YY, I believe. Please give me your call sign phonetically, alphabetically, your name and location. That was a little too quick for me. And KF8CHB, Craig, I got you on the list. That YY station, please come back.
Boy. Kilo Bravo Zero, Tango Yankee, Operator Steve, Thornton, Texas.
KB0TYY, Steve, I got you that time, man. Thank you very much. And Craig, as I said, I got you on the list. I'd like to thank everybody who participated in the pre-show tonight. We got 29 on the list so far. It's time for Dustin to light up the nighttime airwaves. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Light them up, Dustin.
All right, thank you so much there, Nick. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a direct net, and all traffic must pass through net control. All stations are welcome to check in. We'll take multiple rounds to check in, so if you don't get in the first time, just stand by and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, Fireside, and various other networks, so we asked you to key for a couple seconds before and after you transmit. Make sure you let everything drop so we can hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show that'd like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Alpha India 5, Quebec AI 5Q, Jerison, Tulsa.
I'll take them one at a time. That's a good one, too. My good friend Jairus, AI5Q, I've got you on the list, my friend. Nick did pretty good getting everybody else, so I think we're going to go get our trivias. Let's start at the top here with Mr. Lucy, WA8HRF. What do you have for us?
KD8EPC, W8HRF. Good evening, Dustin. I got a short and sweet one for you today. Today's main trivia question is, an end-fed half-wave uses which of the following transformers? Your options are Alpha, a 4-to-1 transformer, Bravo, a 9-to-1 transformer, Charlie, a 49-to-1 transformer, or Delta, Optimus Prime. Again, since your main trivia question is, an end-fed half-wave uses which of the following transformers? Your options are Alpha, a 4-to-1 transformer, oh boy, a 9-to-1 transformer, C, a 49-to-1 transformer, or D, Optimus Prime. I'm going to post this in the blue screen and untie my tongue. KD8EPC, W8HRF.
All right, thanks so much for that, Josh, and we're going to think about that one for a while. And in the meantime, let's go see what Miss Lucy knows. KD8YUK, what do you have for the alternate trivia?
KD8EPC, KD8YUK. What do I know?
I know a lot of stuff. Definitely not everything, but a lot of random stuff. Like this alt trivia. What is the alleged source for why Friday the 13th is a day of bad luck? A. The 12 Norse gods had a party and didn't invite Loki, who then took his vengeance. B. There were 13 men at the Last Supper before Jesus' arrest and crucifixion on Friday. C. The last of the Knights Templar were arrested and tortured and killed. Or D. It was the last day a Cornwaldo bean was ever allowed into a Taco Bell. Again, alt trivia. What is the alleged source for why Friday the 13th is a day of bad luck? A. The 12 Norse gods had a party and didn't invite Loki, who then took his vengeance. B. There were 13 men at the Last Supper before Jesus' arrest and crucifixion on Friday. C. The last of the Knights Templar were arrested, then tortured and killed. Or D. It was the last day a Cornwaldo bean was ever allowed into a Taco Bell. Back to you.
All right there, Miss Lucy. Good question, and we're going to think about that one also. Let's see here. I don't think I have any mobiles, so we're going to start right at the top with Brad. K0KDW. Good evening, Brad. What's going on in Missouri?
Not a whole lot going on here this evening, Dustin. Had a good club dinner last night. We do an annual club dinner, so had a good time last night. Got a few things accomplished and had some good laughs as well. So, all in all, not a bad week thus far. Got another meal to go through Saturday. Got our monthly club breakfast to go to, so not bad. Looking forward to some warmer weather as well by the weekend, though maybe some minor rain chances. But nevertheless, a little bit warmer than this 40-degree high today, and currently 22 right now. I have no clue on the answers tonight. I'm going to, take a ride in and say the Decepticons for Josh's answer. And we're going to say C for Lucy's question there. Other than that, we look forward to catching everyone next week. K0KDW.
All right there, Brad. Well, great to hear you out there, and you certainly try to stay warm. We've got 29 degrees and snowy here in tropical Medina, Ohio. So we're going to say 73 to you. Have a great evening, and we'll look forward to catching you on down the log. Let's see. Next on the list here is W3ETB. Eddie, take it away.
Yeah, Dustin, looks like we made it twice in one day again. And it's I think it stopped raining outside, so I don't need the boat right at this point. And hopefully tomorrow they say it's going to be a little bit better day, but it's going to be a little colder day. So that's not too good, but we'll see what happens anyway. And on the trivia questions, I don't know. I think I'm kind of torn between the main one between B and C, but I think I'm going to go with C because I'm going to go with C on Lucy's trivia questions. So might as well be consistent and go CC for both of them. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you, Dustin. Take care. W3TV. Back to that.
All right there, Eddie. We got you down for C and C this evening. We'll say 73 to you. Have yourself a great evening, my friend, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. It's going to bring me on over to Mr. Ray now, K5CFY. Good evening. How you doing?
88 EPC in the net, K5CFY. Good evening there, Mr. Dustin. Thanks for lighting up the airways on the Beacon Net. Wave a hand there at, Mr. Nick there on the keyboard. I'm going to throw out, I'm going to go with Charlie and Bravo. Charlie and Bravo for my guesses. Back to you there, Dustin. Have a great nap. K5CFY.
W8WKY.
All right, Ray. Well, great to hear you. And a little word from our sponsor there. We got you down for, let's see here, oh boy, Charlie and Bravo, I believe. We'll say 73 to you for now. Have a great evening, and maybe the net logger will quit freezing up here soon. Next on the list is KC3 SEG. Greg, take it away.
Dustin, good evening to you. This is KC3 SEG down here in Panama City Beach, Florida. I have a question for you. Sometimes I don't always hear the ending answer because I fall asleep or something, but do you post the answer somewhere? Because I'm just curious. Because sometimes I like to know what the answers were, and I fell asleep. But anyway, we're doing good down here in Florida, and Teddy's adjusting well. It's chilly down here. It's not cold like you guys got, but it's okay. Anyway, I'm going to go with C and B also. Charlie, Bravo are my answers for tonight. Dustin, good hearing you, and we'll be talking to you soon. This is KC3SEG, and down here in Panama City Beach, Florida. Back over to Net Control.
Comment.
Go ahead, comment.
It's KD8SLG. Greg, I think that's a great idea, and hopefully in the near future we're going to have somebody maintaining the website pretty much all the time, and I think that would be a great thing to put on the list, is to put up the answers to trivia questions and things on there so people can go back and see what the answers were. Great idea. Thanks, Greg. KD8EPC, KD8SLG. Thanks, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Nick. And Greg, great to hear you. We got you down for Charlie Bravo. And in the meantime, if you want to hear the answers and you missed them, feel free to shoot me an email or a Facebook message there, because we keep some records on Discord between our groups, so I can tell you from there, too. So we'll say 73 to you. Have a great evening, my friend, and we'll look forward to catching you on down the log. Make sure you give old Teddy a scratch on the ears for us. That's going to bring me on over to Texas now, to KG5HYS. Ernesto, how you doing?
Good afternoon to everybody. Start off early listening to the net, and then I kind of walked in and out, so I kind of missed on the question. Really don't have much to say. I was going to stick around just to answer the question, but like I said, I stepped out, so it's all good. Just want to say hi to everybody, 7-3, and everybody enjoy the rest of the evening. Back to you, Net Control.
I'll tell you what, Ernesto, we pay these trivia people big money to be here, so we're going to go up here and have them reread them for you. And let's start with Mr. Lucy, W8HRF. Would you mind rereading us the main trivia question, please?
KD8EPC, W8HRF. I do not mind. All right, main trivia question for tonight is, an end-fed half-wave uses which of the following transformers? Your options are Alpha, a 4-to-1 transformer. Oh boy. Bravo, a 9-to-1 transformer. Charlie, a 49-to-1 transformer. Or Delta, Optimus Prime. Again, an end-fed half-wave uses which of the following transformers? A 4-to-1 transformer. Bravo, a 9-to-1 transformer. Oh boy. Charlie, a 49-to-1 transformer. Delta, Optimus Prime. Man, I am having such a hard time. KD8EPC, W8HRF.
Oh, man, Josh, you got to get that tongue untied there. Hi. Thanks for the reread. Well, let's go over to Miss Lucy now, K8YUK, for our alternate trivia.
All I have to say about that is transform blah. What is the alleged source for why Friday the 13th? This Friday, by the way, is a day of bad luck. A, the 12 Norse gods had a party and didn't invite Loki, who then took his vengeance. B, there were 13 men at the Last Supper before Jesus' arrest and crucifixion on Friday. C, the last of the Knights Templar were arrested, then tortured and killed. Or D, it was the last day a Cornwaldo bean was ever allowed into a Taco Bell. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Miss Lucy. Make sure I add an extra 0 to you and Josh's checks there. Let's go back over to KJ5HYS. Ernesto, go ahead. One more time there, KJ5HYS. Ernesto, are you still with us? All right, well, maybe we missed him there. If you feel like rechecking, feel free to. We'll say 73 for now. That's going to bring me on down here, I guess, to our fearless leader, the one, the only, AA8CS. Gary, are you still with us? Man, that's a double whammy. One more time, AA8CS. Gary, are you there? All right, he may have gone to bed. Let's go to the land of snow and maple syrup, AB8MO.
What, no fancy introduction? KD80PC AB8MO. Hi, Dustin. Well, let's see, before I forget, I got to go with the 13 disciples at the Last Supper, Lucy's, and I'm a little confused with Josh's. Two of those answers I thought were the answer, so I guess I'm going to have to take a total swag at it, so I guess I'll stick with the double Bravo. B for bacon on both of them, and I like the way Josh says transformer. I'm going to pick on you ruthlessly for that one. All right. Sorry you're going to miss you at the Christmas party tomorrow there, Dustin. And yes, I would very much like to get together with you sometime for dinner or lunch or whatever, or even breakfast. We've been doing breakfast lately. That's been working out well, so hopefully we can make it happen there. So back to you there, Duncan. KD80PC, this is AB8MO.
All right there, Andy. Well, great to hear you. And yeah, I'm sorry I'll miss you all at the party tomorrow too, but I'm sure you'll have lots of fun without me anyhow. We'll get together sooner and later. We'll say 73 to you for now, and have yourself a great evening. We had you on for Bravo and Bravo. We had a whole bunch of in and outs, and that brings me down to James, KQ4IZV. Are you still with us?
KD8EPC, this is KQ4IZV. Yeah, I'm still here. I guess I'm going to have to go with Charlie and Bubba tonight. It's about the only thing that makes half any sense to me. Anyway, I got to get back to this. I'm sorry. I'll catch up with you maybe on Sunday. All right, take care of yourself. This is KQ4IZV. Out. Have a good night.
All right there, James. We got you down for Charlie and Bravo. We'll say 73 to you. Have a great evening, and thanks for stopping by and saying hello there. That's going to bring me down to KD8LSE. Scott, how you doing?
Hey, good evening, Net Control. Dustin, you're doing a great job, and I want to do a Charlie Bravo, and I would like to thank Miss Lucy for her question, and I will back that up as an Ohio Freemason. I will tell you that the Friday the 13th is absolutely based on the burning of the Templars at the stake, and she is 100% correct on that one. So well done, and appreciate the reference for my brotherhood. 73s, and I will continue listening. Have a good night, guys, and I'll still be here.
All right there, Scott. Well, thanks for stopping by. We got you down for Charlie and Bravo, and it's great to hear you out there this evening. Let's jump back over to Tulsa and talk to Kelly. KC0LRM, good evening. How are you? Uh-oh, he may not be there. We'll try one more time. KC0LRM. Kelly, are you still with us? All right, I think he may have ran in the store. Let's go down to Uncle Fred, K8QFT. What's going on the north end of Medina?
K8QFT here. Oh, not much going on up here. I'm going to say the answers are Charlie and Bravo. I had no idea at all. I don't understand. I'm hearing a lot of static here for some reason. But, you know, everybody's readable. Everybody that responds to your call. I don't understand what's going on here. I never have a problem with the static. But it'll probably go away in time. K8QFT. Back to net control.
Well, it could be the snow and the weather, Uncle Fred. I don't know. You're kind of crunchy around the edges tonight, too, so I'm not real sure what it is. We got you on for Charlie and Bravo, though. We're going to say 73 to you. Have a great evening for now, and we'll catch you on down the log. All right, let's go back on over here to Taco Tim now, KI5TAQ. How you doing, Tim?
Well, good evening, Dustin. This is the second time we chatted on the radio. Let me get the trivia questions out of the way. I'm going to go for double D. Double D, because I just like to hear someone laugh or maybe have a little fun with some of you guys. And, yeah, it's getting a little colder here in Tulsa, but not enough to bring the snow down yet. But anyways, you all enjoy it tonight. This is KI5TAQ.
All right there, Tim. Well, it's cool enough here to snow. I just looked outside and everything has got a candy coating over it. So there you are. We got you down for double D. We'll say 73 and catch you down to log. And that's going to bring me once again to the northernmost mark. KC8FQB, how you doing? Aw, give him that good introduction. He's not even there. KC8FQB, are you out there? All right, nothing heard. Let's jump down the list. Looks like KB0TYY. How you doing? All right, nothing heard. Let's try that again. KB0TYY. Stefan, maybe? Steven? If you're there, go ahead. All right, nothing heard. We'll try that again in a minute. Let's go down to Craig, KF8CHB. How you doing?
Well, good evening, and thank you. And yes, it is a little cool at this end of the country. I'm going to try, just out of curiosity, try to do something a little different. Do C and C for the trivia answers. Thank you for running the net tonight. I checked in pre-net. and I'm going to be checking out now. I will hopefully be able to hear the answers, but I'm not sure. The eyes are getting heavy, and if I put my feet up, my eyes go shut, and I've got the baby doll syndrome. So with that, I turn it back to Net Control. Thank you so much for doing what you do, and we will talk to you again, 73.
All right, we got you down for double C's there. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, if you keep the eyes open, that's great. If not, feel free to stop by tomorrow and ask around. And so I'm sure somebody will be able to give you the answers there. We're going to say 73, and we're going to jump back on over to Tulsa and visit another good friend of mine, AI5Q, the one, the only Jairus. How are you?
Well, good evening, Dustin, and everybody on the net. Nick behind the keyboard and that, and shall we just say, and that, you already have my trivia answers, Charlie and Bravo, and I'm just having a little fun. I've had enough to drink to be silly, not enough to be dangerous, so there you go. Just I got done working on the Forerunner a little bit, putting a roof rack on it, and got it all put together with my son, Barrick. And I'm rewiring some stuff in the cab to allow for different accessory lights and all that. So I kind of got the dash torn apart, but that's okay. I have another vehicle to drive in the meantime. So anyway, we'll get you guys later on. And thanks for running that, Dustin. Back to you.
All right there, Jairus. Well, great to hear you down for Charlie and Bravo, and sounds like you got quite the project you're into there, so best of luck getting that all together, and we'll say 73 to you and hope to catch you down the log real soon. With that, Jairus was the bottom of the list. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net, and I'm looking for some check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo Charlie 0 Lima Romeo Mike with a recheck.
Whiskey Bravo 5 Oscar X-Ray Quebec Mobile Jim in Waco.
KE8 HNK Elmer and Akron.
KD9 ZGZ Julian, Wisconsin.
Victor Yankee 1, Michael Sierra, Michael in Yukon.
All right, what a nice orderly list of check-ins. Let me make sure I've got it there. All right, we have a WB5OXQ, Jim in the mobile there, K8HNK Elmer. Wisconsin, I got a station that said Wisconsin. I missed your call. I'm going to have to come back for that. And I got VY1MGS, a Yukon Mike, Wisconsin station. Would you come back with your call, please?
It's Kilo Delta 9, Zulu Golf Zulu, Kilo Delta 9, Golf Red.
All right, very good. We got you that time. Appreciate you coming back for me. Let's go up here and catch our mobile, WB5OXQ. How you doing?
Well, good evening all. This is Jim in Waco, Texas, in the mobile, WB5OXQ. Just got off another net on another frequency. Thought I would try to check into this one and say hello. Of course, I didn't get in on the beginning, so I don't know anything about the trivia stuff. I can't get in the beginning because I'm tied up on another net. But anyway, hope everybody's well. We're having mild weather so far today. It's been in the mid-60s today and sunshiny and pleasant in Waco, and had a good afternoon to get out and do a few things. But wintertime is coming, and I realize that a lot of you guys are a lot further north than we are, so you're having a lot more cold weather already. And with that, I will turn back to net control and say 73. This is Jim in Waco, Texas, WB5OXQ Mobile.
W8WKY.
All right there, Jim. Well, great to hear you. And if you'd like, I can do a reread here in a second after I catch my recheck. Would you like to hear the trivia questions and take a shot at them? All right, nothing heard there. I'm going to go back up here and catch my recheck real quick. KC0, Kelly, take it away.
Not a lot going on here. Just been off of work a couple of days with a crud and going back tomorrow, so I'm trying to get ready. I too missed the trivia question because it was kind of funny when I got off the air. Tim was talking, and when I come back out of the store, Tim was talking again. So you must have had a long conversation. All right, back to you, Dustin.
All right, Kelly, well, great to hear you out there and hope you get to feeling better tomorrow. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go reread the trivia questions real quick anyway for you because why not let you hear? We got to give these people extra zeros on their check already. So W8HRF, Josh, would you please reread us the main trivia?
Yes, sir. Where did I put it? KD8EPC, W8HRF. Tonight's main trivia question. An end-fed half-wave uses which of the following transformers? Your options are Alpha, a 4-to-1 transformer. Bravo, a 9-to-1 transformer. Charlie, a 49-to-1 transformer. Or Delta, Optimus Prime. Again, main trivia. An end-fed half-wave uses which of the following transformers? Your options are 4-to-1 transformer. Bravo, a 9-to-1 transformer. Charlie, a 49-to-1 transformer, or Delta, Optimus Prime. KD8EPC, W8HRF.
All right, thank you there, Josh. Now let's go over to Miss Lucy KYUK for the alternate trivia.
Couldn't push the button. All trivia. What is the alleged source for why Friday the 13th is a day of bad luck? A, the 12 Norse gods had a party and didn't invite Loki, who then took his vengeance. B, there were 13 men at the Last Supper before Jesus' arrest and crucifixion on Friday. C, the last of the Knights Templar were arrested, then tortured and killed. Or D, it was the last day a Cornwaldo bean was ever allowed into a Taco Bell. That's your all trivia. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much there, Miss Lucy. Let's go back over here to Kelly, KC0LRM. You want to take a shot at the trivia answers there, Kelly?
KD8EPC, I think I'm going to go C for the first one and D for the second one. That's my answers, and I'm sticking to it. All right, back to you.
All right there, Kelly. Thanks for that. We'll say 73 and catch you down the log. And we're going to go try real quick one more time for Jim. WBXQ, if you're still Jim, you want to take a shot at the trivia answers, go ahead. All right, we must have missed him there in the mobile. That's going to bring me down to Elmer. K8HNK, good evening.
KE8HNK, I didn't catch your call sign there. It's kind of late tonight. I'm just kind of wanting to hang around to give you one for the numbers in the net. I think it's EPC, so just wanted to say everybody have a bright and blessed evening. I'm not going to answer trivia questions because I haven't been really listening. So other than that, I just hopped up here before I go to bed and say 73. Everybody stay healthy, stay blessed, and stay warm. K8HNK back to net control.
All right, right there, Elmer. We'll say 73 to you, and you got it right there. This is KD8EPC. We'll say 73 and catch you on down the log, and that's going to bring me over to Joel now. KD9ZGZ, how you doing?
I'm doing good today. I'm doing good. It's a temperature. We're at -6 tonight, -6. And I'm going to go with Charlie and Delta. Charlie and Delta with the question there. And we're supposed to get to -10 tonight where I'm at over here in Osceola, Wisconsin. So back to you. KD9ZGZ.
All right there, Joel. Well, I'll tell you what, you best stay warm there. That's pretty cold. It's 29 degrees here in beautiful northeast Ohio. We'll say 73 to you, and we'll catch you on down the log. And that's going to bring me over here to Yukon Mike, VY1MGS. Good evening.
The VY1MGS returning. Michael in the Yukon, where it's unseasonably warm. It's about 31 degrees Foxtrot or something. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind the heat, but it's too warm for this time of year. Just finished a couple of steaks off the pellet grill with my wife, and some veggies. Some mashed potatoes, delicious. For the trivia, let's go for double C. Charlie. Another good set of questions. Good to hear you, Dustin. Cheers to everyone out there. Not much else from here. Looking forward to the end of the year. Some holiday. Well, maybe some downtime. We'll see what happens. Thanks again for doing it. Back to Dustin from Victor Yankee 1 Mike Golf Sierra. 73, everyone.
All right there, Michael. Great to hear you, and you and the better half have a great rest of the evening. We got you down for double C's there. It's always a pleasure. Stay warm, and we'll catch you on down the log. Let's jump on over to Texas and talk to Steve now, NU5D. How you doing?
Well, howdy, Dustin, and the rest of us. Got on the phone this morning and talked to a supplier. Well, when I used to be in the land mobile business, I did business off and on with different folks, and Curacao has an office in Eau Claire, and lady answered the phone. I said, man, I tell you what, it's rough down here. We got 32 degrees. It's freezing. She said it was 16 there. I said, okay, I'll shut up. Anyhow, we had our first freeze and frost. Covered the tomato plants last night. My wife did. And they're still producing, and we hope for a little bit of warm weather. Let's see, with respect to trivia, a quarter wave antenna, vertical, whatever, embedded, call it that. The tip of the antenna is very, very high impedance. The coaxial line is very, very low impedance. And to get from here to there, you need as many times as you can. 49 to 1 is kind of convenient. With respect to Friday the 13th, I don't have a clue. Anyhow, that's what I'm saying. I'll stick with it. Good net, 731 and all. God bless. U5D.
All right there, Steve. Well, glad to have you with us tonight, and thanks for bringing in your friends there from Texas. We always appreciate hearing all of you out there. And boy, covering up the tomato plants, our growing season's been over for close to 2 months now. So there you go. We'll say 73 and catch you on down the log. Steve was the bottom of the list as it stands. This is KD8DPC with the Beacon Net, and I'm looking for some check-ins. Please call now.
W8WKY.
Recheck.
This is KD
KJ5
KJ5,
ATA, Durango, Texas.
Georgetown, Texas, Kilo Juliet 5 Alpha Tango Alpha.
All right, let me hold it up there for just a second. Wait for my netlogger to load. I got a recheck there. Recheck, I didn't catch your call. Guy, I got you, and there was another Texas there. I missed that one. I got Guy, the other Texas station that came in just before Guy. I think it was Kilo Delta 5 something. Would you come back with your call?
This is Kilo 5 Delta Whiskey Mary, Shan in Durango, Texas.
All right, we got you that time. K5 Delta Whiskey Mary. Recheck. There was a recheck. Go ahead, recheck.
This is WB50XQ, Jim in Waco. I just did hear the first question, and I'll pick C on the trivia question, the 49 to 1, because I got two of the transformers that's for half wave in fed, and they're both 49 to 1, and I don't have a clue about the other one. WB50XQ, back to net.
All right, thanks for the recheck there, Jim. We appreciate you coming in there, and we'll stay 73 and you mobile safely out there. That's going to bring me down to K5 DWM. Looks like David out there. How you doing? Try that again there. K5 Delta Whiskey Mike, you out there?
This is Shan in Durango. I think you're trying to get me. I must have give it to you wrong. Kilo Delta 5 Whiskey Mary Victor, Shan in Durango.
Yep, you're who I'm looking for. Yeah, give me your call one more time and then go ahead.
It's Kilo Delta 5 Whiskey Mary Victor, Shan in Durango. On the trivia question, it's C and C, and on the last one there, the Knights Templar were executed, and that's what caused the Friday the 13th. Here in the big city of Durango, it's 47 degrees, and we have no wind, and it is, for us in Texas, this is cold. I feel for the ones that are below freezing. So, back to you, Net Control.
All right, we got you down for C and C this evening, and I'll tell you what, it's 28 degrees, wind's blowing, and it's snowing here in beautiful Medina, Ohio. So we'll say 73. You stay warm, and we'll catch you on down the log. Let's stay in Texas and talk to Guy now, KJ5ATA. How you doing?
Yeah, Dustin, this is KJ5ATA from Georgetown, Texas. And as far as our temperature is, it is around 42, and to us, yes, in Texas, this is real cold. It may not be that way for all you folks up there in the Great White North, but this is cold for us. Anyways, I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie, and so that's how I want to say that. And just beware of the drones in the sky. I haven't seen any around here as yet, but don't know what that's all about, and I don't think anybody else does either. And so I just have to think. I just don't even know what to think.
Anyways, yeah, this is KJ5ATA, back to Beacon Network Control, 73s. Bye.
Well, I've got to tell you, Guy, I protect my airspace like every other American does. I don't take kindly to it being invaded by anybody, so any drones flying in my airspace will be shot down on site. That's all I've got to say about that one. We got you down for C&C, my friend. Stay warm, have a great evening, and we'll look forward to catching you on down the log. All right, Guy was at the bottom of the list as it stands. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net. I'm looking for some more check-ins. Please call now.
Well, KCFQV must have not heard me. KCFQV, we're round the corner coming back.
All right, KC8FQV, I called you twice there and didn't hear you, so go ahead.
All right, yep, KCFQV. I want to say for the trivia, C for the main and B for the alternative. CB. So that was going to be. Yeah, I stopped at all my nets. Hey, I did everything tonight. Food net, 2 nets at 8, the QCWA and the Wooster group. 9 o'clock, ours. Did 2 nets here. Ours here, Beacon, and matter of fact, I mentioned the Beacon net out there in Lake Washington, the Louis net. I stopped there. I did a Zoom session tonight. So that was a nighttime, and then during the day, I did a whole slew of nets, too. But, yep, C and B. C for the main and B for the alternative. So, like Citizen Band was the same as last week. So, back it comes, KC8FQV.
All right there, Mark. Well, good to have you in there again, and yeah, glad we could we got you down for your answers down there. We'll say 73 and catch you on down the log. That's the bottom of the list as it stands. We're going to make one more call here before we go talk to the net controls team. So we're looking for check-ins for the Beacon net. Please call now.
AA8CS with a recheck, please.
Oh no, they let him on the loose. AA8CS, our fearless leader. Take it away.
On Echolink.
All right, Dustin, there's another station evidently under me that was on Echolink, so you might want to pick him up after me. But at any rate, I just wanted to jump back in here. I checked in earlier. I got apparel sorted out. We are looking good. Only one error, which hopefully we'll be able to take care of tomorrow before the party. But delivery will be tomorrow, and those who are expecting a USPS delivery, that will be sent out tomorrow. We'll take care of that. And let's see, Christmas party tomorrow. I'm all pumped up for it. I think it'll be a great time. Great season to have a great time for many, many great reasons. And we need to think about that. Anyway, that's all I got. Good to hear you tonight, Dustin, and as always, you do a fabulous job. Well, for a Sasquatch, anyway. You know what? I got to tell you one more thing. I'm so really sorry for this, but whenever I see the Geico commercials with Caveman, I think of you. I don't know why. AA8CS, back to net.
W8WKY.
All right there, Gary. Well, wonderful to hear you. And you know what? That's all right. That flatters me. And I'm sad I won't be at the Christmas party to see you all tomorrow, but I'm sure you'll have plenty of fun. And it's a pleasure to hear you. And we'll miss the net tomorrow morning. I'll be studying the inside of my eyelids. So I'm going to say 73 to you for now, El Presidente. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you on down the log. All right, I think that station I stepped on was Scott there. KEVOX up in Vermilion. If that was you, go ahead. All right, nothing heard there. We'll make one more call. There was a station on Echolink that I doubled with. Station on Echolink, go ahead.
KD9ZGZ is a Wisconsin station, just to let you know. KD9ZGZ clear.
All right, very good there. Well, I didn't hear him come back so far, so we'll say 73, and they can go ahead and try again when we take more check-ins. But now we're going to go up and we're going to talk to the net control team. I'm going to start with Eric tonight because his eyelids are getting heavy. K8VZA. Good evening, Eric. How you doing?
KD8EPC group, KE8VZA here. Well, thanks for bumping me up there, Dustin. Yeah, I'm fighting. I'm staying awake, but man, it's a struggle. Anyway, it's all good. Good to hear everybody tonight. I don't really have a whole lot to say other than looking forward to the Christmas party tomorrow. And for the trivia, I'm going to go with Charlie and Bravo. So there you have it, Charlie and Bravo. 73, everybody. I'll listen out the rest of the net, even if my eyes are not open. So anyway, 73, KE8VZA, back to net control. Ho, ho, ho.
All right. That was KEVZA there. We're going to say 73. And who do we got there? I heard Santa Claus out there. Who's ho, ho, ho? And go ahead. All right, nothing. Let's go up here and talk to Just Nick, KD8SLG. Take it away.
KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. I'd like to remind everybody it's a controlled net. I'm going with Charlie and Charlie tonight for my answers. Double Charlies. Don't know where Rev Kev is. I've been watching for him. Haven't seen him show up. Looking forward to the Christmas party tomorrow, and definitely looking forward to getting some, I got a shirt coming. So I'm excited about that, too. Everyone have a great night. 73, all y'all. KD8SLG, back to net control.
AA8CS recheck.
Go ahead, Gary.
All right, thanks, Dustin. I just wanted, I need to clear my conscience early on. Nick's shirt, really nice shirt, by the way. Unfortunately, I spilled a little red wine on it, but I got this stuff that I think will take it out, but it looks a little lighter in a couple places. But anyway, I do apologize. AA8CS. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh, man, and that is our fearless leader, AA8CS. Thanks again there, Gary73, and have a great night. Nick, would you mark me down for Charlie and Delta for my answers? And I think I saw him pop in, so let's see if Nick at Night is still here. KE8QKO, good evening.
KDDPC, KE8QKO, good evening, Dustin. Good evening, everyone on the net. Yeah, I missed the Mickey Mouse roll call. I set the alarm on my phone, hit the turn off the alarm, and yeah, totally forgot about it. About 20 minutes later, I was like, oh, I missed that. But I thought I'd get in here for the net anyway, so I was here at 10 listening. And yeah, so trivia answers. I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie for my trivia answers. Really, I don't know if aside from that, just yeah, just doing stuff here around the house and looking forward to the Christmas party tomorrow. So I'll get to see lots of people there, I suppose. And, yeah, that's all I've got. I'm curious. About Nick's shirt. You know what, Nick? That's free wine right there. You can just kind of wet it a little bit and suck it right out of the shirt. You got a free little drop of wine. So I think how it works. Anyway, that sounds like a pretty good deal to me. And yeah, so I guess that's it. Yeah, that's about it for me. Yeah, with that, I'll pass it back to you, Dustin. KAQKO.
Comment.
This thing's going off the rails. Go.
It is going off the rails, Dustin. This is KD8EPC, or this is KD8SLG, not KD8EPC. Jesus. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that bourbon takes red wine stains out of the shirt, so I'll be okay. KD8SLG, back to net control.
Comment.
Oh, Nick.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to waste my bourbon on red wine. Anyway, that's my comment. Back to you, Dustin.
I'm going to need a bottle of bourbon before this is over. All right, gentlemen, we're going to say 73, and we're going to go over to Miss Lucy just for her main trivia answer. Go ahead there, Miss Lucy.
Main trivia answer. I'm still focused on trying to save alcohol and possibly a stain solution from a shirt. I can't. I'm too for this, guys. Wine tie-dye. There you go. Anyway, main alt trivia. I'm up with the Optimus Prime answer, actually. Thank you very much. Sorry, Josh. I was being funny, and he decided to put it in the list anyway. So I'm going to stick by what I said, although I have no idea what the answer is. So Optimus Prime or Bumblebee, that was one of my brother's favorites, but I really only know Optimus Prime. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much there, Miss Lucy. Let's go over to Josh now, W8HRF. Give us your comments, then pause and give us the main trivia answer.
KD8EPC, W8HRF. I've been ratted out. Oh, boy. Comments. Looking forward to the Christmas party tomorrow. Looking forward to getting my pullover. That'll be cool. And I'm looking forward to Friday, man. Today was a weird day at work. Oh boy, but we made it through it, so that's good. Let's see if we can just make it through tomorrow. It's like falling downstairs, right? Anyways, that's about all I got. So I'm gonna let it drop and read the trivia answer. All right, tonight's main trivia was: an NFET half-wave uses which of the following transformers? Alpha, a 4-to-1 transformer. Bravo, a 9-to-1 transformer. Charlie, a 49-to-1 transformer. Or Delta, Optimus Prime. Man, I guess I made this one too easy. Most of you chose Charlie. That is correct. 49-to-1. When transmitting an RF signal down a transmission line, impedance matching is very crucial to ensuring efficient power transfer. And if the impedance of the transmission line does not meet the impedance of the load, like the antenna, some of the RF power is reflected back. So essentially, when the feed point's in the center like a dipole, your impedance is about 50 ohms. The more that the feed point moves towards the end of the antenna, the higher the impedance. So there's a mismatch. So you need a transformer with a very high impedance to match that 50 ohms. So essentially, a 49-to-1 transformer has a very, very high impedance. In a theoretical antenna, as the feed point moves all the way to the end, it's going to infinity. But in reality, it's just like thousands and thousands of ohms, which is what a 49-to-1 transformer matches to. So I got a little nervous when Andy he indicated that he thought the answer was a 9-to-1 and a 49-to-1, but I looked it up, and a 9-to-1 kind of steps high impedance down by a factor of 9, as opposed to a 49-to-1. It does by a much higher factor. So I guess 9-to-1 transformers are more used for what are they called? Random wire antennas. So, anyways, I tried to do my due diligence on this one, so I believe I got it right. But if there's any antenna experts that are out there that want to challenge me, feel free. But I'm pretty sure the higher the ratio there, the better you're going to be for an in-fed half wave. So that is main trivia. Back to you, Dustin. Have a good night. See you all tomorrow. KD80PC, W8HRF. Thanks for running the net.
All right there, Josh. Thanks for another wonderful trivia question. We really appreciate you and Lucy picking them up and doing them there. And we'll look forward to the next one there. We're going to say 73 to you, and that's going to bring me over to Miss Lucy, KYUK. Give us your comments, then break and give us the alternate trivia answer.
KD8PC, K8YUK. I just opened the link that just Nick sent, and I think I have Josh's Christmas present in the bag. He went, yeah. Anyway, let's see, what did we do today? A lot today. Betty and I woke up at 5 and could not fall back asleep until 5:30, which was crazy. I've been sleeping like a log. Not even like a log, just sleeping late. And I could not fall back asleep. And then I woke up and got Josh's lunch at 7, and I was debating falling back asleep because I felt like I needed it, but I couldn't. And then Betty woke up crying anyway. I don't know if she couldn't find her sippy cup or what. But anyway, we were both up and way earlier than we usually are, and we got breakfast. And she and I went out to pick up a family friend who is actually my dad's childhood best friend's mom. She's basically another grandma to me. And she really likes miniatures like I do, and her husband is not the biggest fan. So I took her to the miniature shop out in North Olmsted, which if you haven't been to the North Olmsted, I think it's called the Grand Junction stores, they're so cool. There's an antique mall, there's a knitting shop, there's a couple restaurants, there's a dog boutique. There is, of course, my favorite. I think it's called Toys, Dolls, and Minis is the total name. And that's out facing towards the street, but there's more shops on the inside of that center, and it's all very historic looking. And then you go down the street, and there's a speedway. It's so strange, but it's a really nice area. I like it a lot. And we got there early enough where we had enough parking, which was really nice. I'm going to break for time real quick. Hey, I'm the lady talking right now. Right, so we... Oh, yeah, K8YUK returning. Not the random radio lady. Went a little bit over my personal money budget, but that's fine. It's Christmas, and I found stuff for my dollhouse, which I'm very excited about. I might finally put in wiring, but we'll see if I get to that point. So that was really cool. Came back to their house, had lunch with her husband, and Betty can say applesauce, which is crazy. And then we came back home. She took a nap. I cleaned the house, which I never do. And as soon as Betty woke up, we went to the holiday, or the Christmas party, rather, for our church, basically, for all the church staff, since I'm youth minister and secretary, a parish council member, and long sufferer of the parish. So we had free food. Betty had meatballs after some convincing. And we finally came home, got to breathe a little bit, and then we're on to the net. So it's been a very full day, but a good day. Right. I already did main trivia. I'll let it drop, and I'll do alt trivia. Here we go again. KD8YUK returning for the last time, probably, with tonight's alt trivia. So the question is, what is the alleged source for why Friday the 13th is a day of bad luck? A, the 12 Norse gods had a party and didn't invite Loki, who then took his vengeance. B, there were 13 men at the Last Supper before Jesus' arrest and crucifixion on Friday. C, the last of the Knights Templar were arrested, then tortured and killed. D, it was the last day a Cornwaldo bean was ever allowed into a Taco Bell. The answer is almost all of the above. Some sources list the story of the 12 Norse gods throwing a party in Valhalla, but excluding Loki, the trickster god. He showed up anyway as the 13th guest and arranged for one god to shoot the god of joy and gladness, resulting in his death and the loss of much joy and gladness in the world. Another source connects Friday the 13th to more Christian themes. The last theory is perhaps the most historically possible and arguably the most correct out of all of the options. In 1307, King Philip IV of France, who was deeply in debt to the Knights Templars, solved his problems by arresting Jacques Molay, the last Grand Knight Templar, along with the other followers of the Knights Templar, and tortured him into making a false confession. When Molay recanted his confession, Philip had him and his followers burned at the stake in front of Notre Dame de Paris, which coincidentally just reopened, so that's nice. The order for their arrest was issued on Friday, October 13th, 1307, which is claimed to be the basis for the belief that Friday the 13th is bad luck. As far as answer D, you'll have to check with the Cornwall to be an historian on that one. Interestingly, other countries pick different days and dates to be unlucky. Tuesday the 13th is bad luck in Hispanic and Greek cultures, and Friday the 17th is unlucky in Italy. To each their own bad luck, I guess. Side note, this Friday is Friday the 13th, as I've mentioned, but it is also the feast day of St. Lucy, who is my patron saint. So that's pretty cool. Patron saint of eyes, really interesting story, all that good stuff. Anyway, that is all trivia. Good night, God bless everybody. Back to you, Dustin.
Tia Lucy, thanks for another alternate trivia question. This was another good one, and we'll look forward to the next one there. And oh boy, another Friday the 13th coming up. We're going to say 73 Tia. We're at the bottom of the list. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net. I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
Delta Victor 9 Juliet Radio India DB9 GRI.
Kilo Charlie 5 Romeo Bravo Golf KC5 RBG Shannon in Tulsa.
All right, I heard two there. There was a station Delta Bravo 9, I think, something, and I missed the rest of that. I'm going to need that a couple more times. And then I'm going to need, and I got a KC5 RBG. But I'm going to go back to that first one. That first station there, would you give me your call sign a couple of times slowly, please?
Delta Victor 9 Juliet Radio India DB9 GRI.
All right, I think we got you in there that time. Go ahead.
Thanks, control. Station of Delta Victor 9 Juliet Radio India. My name is J. Juliet Albayan. Transmitting Philippines 73.
All right there, Gerald. We'll say 73 Tia. We got you in there, and thanks for stopping by and checking us out on the Beacon Net. We're going to say 73, and that's going to bring me over here to KC5 Real Big Guns, my good friend Shannon. For the second time today, how are you, my friend?
W8WKY.
Likewise, Sarah. I'm look good. Thank you for my station. Juliet Albayan from
KC5 RBG. I think I'm good to go. Yeah, great hearing you twice in one day. Always a great thing to happen there. Had my doctor's appointment today and went well. Got the majority of my blood work back today, and it's all looking really good. So happy about that. And I've been really tired. I don't know if anyone else has too. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but I'll tell you, it's hard to even get out of bed. I just fall asleep no matter where I'm at, and it's getting really annoying, but I'm hoping that it'll go away pretty soon, maybe with another weather change or something, but right now it's just wanting to stay real cool and be a nuisance that way. Anyway, I'll let you go ahead and get on down the list. Sounds like we're getting close to the end. Of course, you already know my trivia answer. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless in 73. Back to net control.
All right there, Shannon. Great to hear you out there, my friend. We got you out for the great state of Oklahoma. Glad your appointment went good, and get yourself some rest. We're going to say 73. We're at the bottom of the list. This is KDADPC with the BeaconNet. This is the final call for check-ins. Please call now.
KFAJXO.
AXO, go.
Just made it. I just left work and I heard you guys talking. Figured I'd check in. Have a good night, guys. 73. KFAJXO.
All right there, David. Well, thanks so much for joining us. You're number 40 on the list, and we appreciate you stopping by. We'll say 73 to you. That was the bottom of the list. I'm going to break for time here. And on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself and the BeaconNet crew, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the BeaconNet, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater, 147.390 with a positive offset and PL tone of 114.8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday here on the W8WKY repeater. And don't forget to visit our friends over on the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time, and that's on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the BeaconNet. This is KDADPC returning the repeater to normal amateur use at this time, and I will be clear. 73, y'all.
W8HRF K0KDW.
Hey, Brad. W8HRF.
All this talk of Transformers tonight, I might have to go watch some movies.
I've never actually seen the movies, come to think of it.
Well then, we know what you need to do.
We'll call it my assignment for the weekend. We'll see how many we can make it through.
Do you see my comment about my typing? You know, between Transformers, everyone's tongue-tied tonight, and my typing issues, maybe I ought to be a transcriptionist. Between all of us, we'll get something right.
Perhaps. Or we'll just make the most confusing, thing there. Oh, man. I'm a little annoyed. I did this part of this project incorrectly. I went too quickly. Frustrated. I need to cut these pins down. Oh, boy. I thought I would get this QCX mini build done tonight. I think it'll have to wait for another beacon net. It actually may not get done until next year now, because, well, we'll see what happens. But, oh, well. But, yeah, thankfully I won't have to say Transformers for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I just finished up, not really a project I had to do or anything, but was doing some repeater book work, and there's a deal on there called RRC on repeater book, which is Repeater Record Custodian. And basically what it does is if a repeater is marked as RRC verified, there's two things that happens. Number one, the person listed there gets emails periodically to verify the information is still accurate. And number two, if some random person goes to submit a change, we're supposed to, as an admin, it pops up a red box in the ticket, and the red box says to verify it with the record custodian prior to making any changes. And so we started adding that to several repeaters around here to help combat the issue of people just randomly changing stuff. We had a problem a few years ago with somebody that was disgruntled with one of the clubs and would constantly change stuff on the repeaters.
It's one of those things where it's like, don't you have something better to do than to screw around with people like that? But apparently they think it's enjoyable. But, well, I think I've seen that kind of thing on repeater book before. I've never modified anything on repeater book, but it's good that there's like an admin structure. It makes sense.
Yeah, I took it a step further. I took it a step further with my repeater. I not only put RRC, but I locked down edits. So basically, I'm the only one that can make an edit, or one of the actual repeater book admins. But so the guy that's helping me with the repeater, I'm trying to get him to register an account with repeater book so I can add him as a custodian as well. That way, either one of us can make changes. But I know there's several others that are set up to lock edits unless you're a custodian or a repeater book admin. But I don't know of hardly any in Missouri that are locked down like that. Which is funny because I went to the Repeater Council meeting in August, and that was the number one complaint amongst the trustees was repeater book and the fact that things were being changed without them actually being accurate. And it's kind of a good thing I was there because I kind of interrupted and said, well, you know, I can kind of help you troubleshoot that issue. And I explained the whole RRC process. And I've noticed that since then there have been several repeaters that in the state that now have that label on them.
W8WKY.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, solving issues one problem at a time. That's great. Ohio has one of those. I think you're talking about the Repeater Coordination Council. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I went to I almost said last month. Back in August, I went to the Missouri Repeater Council meeting. It was their annual meeting. It's never the same time every year because they like to move it around to different hamfests to make it easier for trustees from different areas of the state to go. So I was able to go this year. thanks to a free ride service that is available where I live. So I was able to go a couple-hour drive to Joplin and go to their Hamfest, specifically to go to the meeting, and have lunch with a couple friends after that.
Oh, nice. Very good. I don't know how active that group is here in Ohio. I actually happened to be looking at the website not long ago. I noticed a couple of, I don't know. It was just interesting. I was curious, like, how it works, and I didn't know if they had a list of, like, all of the taken repeater pairs here in, like, certain sections of Ohio, or if there were free ones, or, like, how that worked. So I wasn't sure, but it was interesting to look at.
Yeah, it's like down here, I mean, we can request specific pairs, but like on 2 meter, for example, I was lucky to get my 2 meter pair, because it's difficult to get 2 meter in this area. You can get UHF 220, 900, 1.2. You can get those pairs all day long, but it's difficult to get a 2 meter pair, and when you do, you're pretty lucky. So I was able to get mine, and was able to also re-coordinate it to the new location it's at. Was able to lucky to get approved for the location change, but of course, not that in all technicality they don't have to be coordinated, but it does give you a little bit of a backup. If there's interference and stuff like that, it makes it easier to try to work with other repeater owners to try to combat the problem.
Oh yeah, for sure. It makes a lot of sense to have it coordinated that way. Yeah, I'm not surprised that 2 meters is so filled up. I mean, that's kind of the way that it is here as well. I think there's a lot more 2 meter than 70 centimeter repeaters. At least that's my impression from all of the different repeaters. I probably have like over 70 different, at least individual frequencies programmed in my radio, and the majority are repeaters. There's a good number of 70 centimeter ones, but most of them are on 2 meters. So, yeah, and definitely, I really have zero experience with 220. So, but I have been starting to think about it more. That and 6 meters.
Yeah, and I mean, you can go and look at our website, the Missouri Repeater Council website, and kind of see how we coordinate. In fact, they have a documentation page that kind of explains their process. And of course, you can just Google Missouri Repeater Council, but the actual website is MissouriRepeater.org is the website, and I think it's under, I don't think it's under the Documents tab. I think there's an actual coordination tab that it's under. So that helps out. And I actually, when I was doing the adding the RRCs, I had to use the Repeater Book app to do a call sign search for repeaters, because one of the groups I was doing it with is what we call the Mule Barn group, which is the Missouri State Highway Patrol's repeater club, and or radio club rather. And I know where a good chunk of the repeaters are, but I don't know where all of them are, so I had to use the app and search KM0HP to get all the locations to make it easier to find on the website.
One of the things that I don't fully understand is the concept of private repeaters. Like, I understand that you own the machine and everything, but I know that the
theory behind Part 97 is that nobody owns the band, and that the idea of private repeaters kind of seems to defeat the purpose of that, in my opinion. But at the same time, they own the machine, so I always found that a little weird. There's not many that I've seen. Most are open, but I have noticed some of those. So I don't know, just something I never really looked into.
Yeah, we had a repeater in Springfield, Missouri that was originally open and then it went private, listed as private for a couple of years, and then it went back open. Their idea behind it was used as a local Skywarn repeater, and they only wanted club members and vetted spotters using it, but it only lasted a couple of years as they finally figured out there really wasn't a good way to police that, so they changed it to where it was open again. And I think that, at least in my area of the state, that was the only closed repeater I knew of. There are a few, not here in Missouri, but I've heard elsewhere, a few digital repeaters that are closed. And like on DMR, I've heard a few closed repeaters on DMR. And the way they police that is actually a Motorola proprietary thing called RAS, or Restricted Access System. Not encryption. Let's get that clear. It's not encryption, but it does still require a key for the radio to access it. Now, the Chinese DMR radios, through a lot of trial and error, you can get them to work with an RAS system, but most people aren't going to go through that, and if they want to use it, they end up having to buy Motorola gear. But, like I said, I don't know of any in Missouri that are that way on the digital side of things.
Huh, that's interesting. I didn't know that about certain Motorola repeaters. That's kind of cool. But, yeah, I know you can't have encryption on in radio stuff, but it's interesting, the idea of being able to lock it out that way. Interesting. I have what was I going to say? I was talking to somebody on Simplex on the drive home from Thanksgiving, and he's really into satellites. And he's telling me about this firmware he has installed on a Redivus handheld. But apparently it can also go onto my DMR Bofang DM's, what is it, a 1701. And it's kind of cool if you put that firmware on it, because it will, you select a satellite, and it'll automatically, as it's passing overhead, adjust the Doppler shift for you, which, that sounded really awesome. So I wasn't originally super interested in the idea of working satellites, but the desire to make a space station contact before it's deorbited at the end of the decade has re-piqued my interest. So I've been looking into that more, and I tried to get the programming cable for that radio, and even though on the DX website it was listed as able to program this radio, the cable I got does not work, so I'm going to have to return that and get a different one. So, but, oh well, I'll play around with it a little bit more.
W8WKY.
K0K80W. Yeah, I've never tried to work the space station, but heck, even going to my desk to use HRF feels like a chore sometimes. I don't like sitting at the desk just to use the radio, so in fact, I'm laying in bed using my handheld, so that's the joy of the Allstar Node, is I don't have to be tied to a specific spot to use a radio. So if I could use if I could use HF a bit more freely and not be tied down to the desk, I would probably be on HF a little more, but yeah, oh well. In fact, there was a gentleman in my club that was asking about satellites, not satellites, the space station, He's going to try to make a contact. He substitute teaches for a lot of the schools, and he's going to try to talk with some of the science clubs and stuff and see how to organize a space station contact with a school. But I told him, I was like, nah, unless I come by the contact as just chance. I was like, I'm not really one to chase contacts anymore. I was like, I have contacted a couple Aero Mobiles, and I just happened to be scanning, and they were on 146.52 calling Aero Mobile, so happened to pick them up.
W8HRF. I happened to pick up my one and only aeronautical mobile contact on the way to Hamvention. They were on 70 centimeter simplex. So that was crazy. We were all the way up here in Northeast Ohio, and they were over in Columbus, and I was able to talk to them. That was awesome. Cool little surprise I didn't expect. But yeah, so that was neat. Trying to think, what else was I going to say? Oh, I'll remember when I unkey. I should probably head up to bed. Oh, you're operating beds on the air. You're operating BOTA. Some folks do that on the barometer net in the mornings. All right, let me throw it back to you one more time there, Brad, and then I'm going to head out of here. KA0, KDW, W8HRF.
Yeah, for certain. And yeah, this guy was actually, he's a bomber pilot, or a fighter pilot. I think he's in a bomber for Whiteman Air Force Base, which line of sight is about 70 miles to my northwest. So now, I said I made two. I've heard one other. I was unfortunately unable to work him, but I heard him crystal clear. And that was a guy in a Learjet that was flying from Los Angeles to New York, and I heard him making calls left and right from about the point when he was over Oklahoma City area all the way up to about Champaign, Illinois. So he was like 42,000 foot up in the atmosphere. And he said he was just working everybody with a hand mic and a Baofeng sitting in the window of the Learjet. So, but I guess everybody else had a stronger signal than me because I was unfortunately never able to get to him. So, otherwise that'd have been a fun contact. 42,000 foot above me. Have a good evening. It's probably time for me to shut the radio down as well. K0 KDW.
It's amazing what you can do with 5 watts and 42,000 feet of elevation. All right, Brad. Have a good night. Catch you later. K0 KDW, W8HRF 73.